Hey traders, I want to do this video. I'm just at the gym right now. It's about what's it about 4:15 in the morning, and I'm about to start I'm gonna get a quick gym workout before I get back and actually trade the markets. But I want to do this. I want to do this video for those who are finding it hard to sort of get in, sort of get ahead in the markets here. And I want to share a story with you. Because I think that this is, I don't know why, but I've just been pulled towards doing this video for you, and I may even put this on the end of my market update today. But when it comes down to, what's going on, of just wanting to get ahead in life, one thing I've realized time and time again is that that the importance of trying to look forward of where am I going to be 1 year from now, 2 years from now, and not be so focused on the where am I right now. You know what I mean? Because I remember there was one time there when when I first started trading, I really wanted to get ahead in life, right? I just really wanted to get ahead in life, and I don't know why. I was one of these people that I just really wanted it, and I didn't want to be average. And it was so tough because when I first got access, when I first met my ex-wife, and she became my girlfriend, that's when I got introduced to this whole world of investing, right? Because I come from a laboring background, so it wasn't really it wasn't really something that, like I didn't even understand, like all I knew was real estate, right? And so like all I really knew is that when I looked around in this world, I'm like, I see all these people and the struggles and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be there. I want to be a bit more freer in life and stuff like that. And it was the hardest things about like trying to move forward in life, right? It's so tough because, like, especially in the world of, say, trading, right? In the world of trading, there's two sides of the coin here, and the reason why most people so struggle is, the first one is just trying to figure out the game. You know what I mean? Like trying to figure out what is the actual path to getting ahead every year in the markets. Like, what is the truth about this? And a lot of the times it's our ego, it's our thinking, it's our wrong thinking. And when I first started, like I've been doing that for 20 years now. I'm going on my 20-year mark right now. And the whole thing, like, the thing for me was that the first instant, right? The first thing for me was getting access to all this information, like how to read the charts and what's an up day and a down day and these patterns and all that sort of stuff. Like I just didn't know, you know what I mean? So if you ever watch my training, or if you get my access to my trading course and stuff like that, you can see the links in the description there. I talk about how, my first many years, I went down this rabbit hole buying different courses, and you guys may be there right now, right? Buying different courses, getting access, and you may be part of the thing for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you're getting access to the programs, and you're learning, right? And a lot of the things that I see is that when it comes down to, like initially, is that, a lot of the times when you buy a program and you're like, oh, that's just not for me, right? Like I can see it's just really complicated. And so initially, guys, like the first thing there for me, which was hard, right? Which was just going through all the process of learning, like the art of technical analysis and reading charts and what is a chart and all that sort of stuff. Because again, I had no idea. I'm not from a finance background. I'm from a laboring background. My father owned a landscape gardening business. I went and dug holes for a living, and my dad didn't believe in bobcats back then. Right? And I say that because my job, right? Instead of hiring a bobcat and doing the job in, say, an hour, he would hire me, drop me off at a site, at a house, And I'd say that I'd stay at the site for the whole day, and I'd manually, with a hoe and a rake and a wheelbarrow and a shovel, and dig out old lawns and old rockery or old gardens and clean up all this sort of stuff. And I'd put in the wheelbarrow at the back, right? If it's a backyard, and then I'd go out and I'd put it on the strip, right? And then when my dad came back, we'd take all the old stuff and from the strip and put it onto the truck, and then we'd take it to the land. It's like that's the sort of background I have. Like you want to earn some money, son? Like you want to earn $100? Get your ass up at 5 o'clock in the morning and let's go. By the way, it's freezing right now, right? Especially, it's freezing right now, but that's okay. We've got to get up, And then, I'll be doing gardens and lawns and, sprinkler systems and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the background that I grew up in. And so the art of finance, technical analysis, the men in suits, the professionals, the rich bastards, and all that sort of conditioning, right? So to get into the access to the world of investing, or then or in particular trading, right? Because trading was the thing for me, because I was trying to make money. The reason why trading was the thing for me, and you guys are probably down the same path, right, was because I was trying to make money. I realized that I needed to make money now so I can quit my job. What I now know is that, as you guys probably realize, right, that trading in itself is not an actual regular income, right? And if you sit in front of a screen for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day trying to make money every day, it's very, very difficult, right? I've always found that a big profitable year tends to come from probably about 30% of your trades making big profits. You know what I mean? So the way that I trade now, instead of trying to take a lot of trades and making a profit that way, I try to minimize my trades, but try to capitalize on, a good percentage of those having really big profits. So the thing for me, guys, was that initially is like just trying to figure out this game. You know what I mean? It's like Elliott waves and technical analysis and all these different indicators and these stochastics and MACDs and RSIs and cycle analysis and all these different, trend analysis and moving averages and, and trend lines, support resistance and up days and down days and inside days and higher lows and higher highs and trend analysis and changing trends and heads and shoulders and double tops and divergent patterns. And, you go down this massive path, That's like whenever you guys get coaching from me, you realize you're getting what's taken me 20 years. So you're getting a 20-year shortcut when you get coaching from me. And if you're interested in becoming a coaching client of mine, just go to getjohnshelp.com, getjohns.help.com, and there's an application form there. You can fill in that, and we can talk on the phone, and we'll see if you're a good fit for that. But that's one of the reasons why it was so tough for me initially, right? Of going down that path, because I didn't know what to do. And some of you guys there, right? Some of you guys are spending 2, 3, 4, 5 years and still not getting ahead because you're learning, right? You're learning. And then it took me a long time to actually start to learn the art of what actually is the truth, the process, the right thinking patterns, the right mindset, the right approach, not letting fear and ego and greed and hope and all this sort of stuff get involved. Like, it takes a long time, right? So don't be hard on yourself if you're down that path. And then the second path was, when you try, you're probably going to fail initially, right? You're going to fail and you're going to fail and you're going to fail and you're going to fail. And you're probably going to lose a bit of money at the start. You're probably going to blow up a few trading accounts. And then when you do that, guess what? People are going to start to say, I told you this wasn't for you. The people around you, right? I remember I used to go to church 3 times a week. Bible study, youth group, and church. 3 times a week for like 15 years when I was growing up. And when I started getting into the money industry, which is really interesting, people went to work for 50, 60 hours a week for the job they hate for the money. But I started getting people saying to me like, man, you're just money hungry, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I just don't want to be broke anymore. I fucking hate being broke. I don't want to be broke anymore. And from that process there, I started to process of elimination over the years. And over the last 20 years, it's still even to this year, right? You think that there's some friends out there and It's a process of elimination. And the sacrifice is that I have to leave this group. And that's what I did many, many, many times. You know, I just, you know, I went from having friends of 15 years, like we're talking about friends that I grew up when I was younger, like really like younger with these guys, and grew up to them when I was like, you know, a young adult, teenager, you know, and I had to just leave that group because I'm just like, I can't be part of this group anymore. Like, this is just not me. And then what ends up happening, it becomes a lonely path, right? Because then you realize that most people out there are just going along to get along, but they're not willing to actually do anything about their life. But if they do try something, they try for a week or two, like, oh, this wasn't for me. It didn't work for me. I don't understand it. And it's like, oh my goodness, right? It takes a long time, right? As you guys know, it takes a long time to become a really good trader. Now, with some proper coaching and guidance, like with my stuff, I can shortcut your process from, like, instead of taking you many years, you know, what I do is I take you from 20 years of coaching, 20 years of what I know, and condense it down into 12 months, right? But it's not an overnight thing. And so, like, I just wanted to just share this with you guys to never give up, right? And just understand that this is the process that most people have to go through initially. If you're not part of the world of investing or trading, you're probably going to spend many, many years buying courses, trying to understand, right? Trying to, oh, this is the shortcut, or this is the thing, or it's the Elliott wave, or it's this, or it's that, or it's this, or it's that, it's that, you know, it's like, you know, just understand that that's the path that you go down, right? Because you're going through the process of understanding, like, what even is in this game, right? And all these different things out there. And then what I've come to realize now is, as you guys see from probably even particularly the updates you see with me, is my analysis is quite simple right now, but it's effective, and simple is best. That's the only way that I've actually been able to move forward and make money in life, make money in my own trading. Is just to have a simple plan and follow that through the year, you know. And then the second thing is having a mindset of, you know, there's a while there when, because I said before, like, working for my dad as a landscape gardener, you know, I used to work and maybe like make say $1,000 a week back then. You know, like $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. You know, slaving my ass away, as I was telling you before about with my dad's in the job. And here I am trying to become a successful person in the markets, you know. And then, you know, then when you start to actually do a little bit, then you start to do okay in the markets, and you start to make maybe 5 or 10 grand on a trade. Then you're like, holy shit, I just made 5 grand on this trade, and it only took me 2 or 3 days once I identified the trade. And I made 5 grand, and it used to take me a month to make that. You know, it's like, oh shit, right? And you start to get hooked, and that's what ended up happening to me, you know. And then I remember the first time that it really, really, really clicked for me. This happened a long, long time ago. Is I made more money in 1 month trading, and I was only trading about half an hour per day at that time, than I used to make an entire year. And that's when I realized, and it clicked for me, that the wealthy people and the rich people out there are smart because they really focus on their education. They really focus on them trying to get themselves educated. And this is where a lot of people, for you guys, if you're not willing to invest in your own education, like really get some proper help, some proper guidance, stuff like that, there's no easy way out of this thing here, right? Like, that's the reason why coaching and education is... a lot of people see the education program industry as a scam. You know, sometimes if you invest a few $1,000s to figure out what not to do, that's just as important of what to do, right? Because what not to do can also save you hundreds of thousands of dollars moving forward. So anyway, guys, I wanted to do this video for you guys to neutralize your journey. I don't know why, but I'm about to enter the gym here, and I was being pulled towards giving you some of my thoughts about being part of this industry and being part of, you know, getting involved with these markets and really wanting to get ahead in life, you know, and get ahead in the markets and become a good trader. And it does take you a long time, you know. And again, when it comes down to the stuff that I do, the reason why I coach is because I try to take people, what's taken me 20 years to get to today, of understandings and processes and mindsets and emotions and letting profits run and cutting losses short and risk management and all that sort of stuff. And I try to identifying trades and understanding the charts and understanding the markets and all these different things to becoming a good trader. That's the reason why I coach, right? Because it gives me so much joy to see you know, most of my coaching clients doing really, really well from the stuff that I teach them, because I literally take, you know, decades with an S into 12 months from there. And I really want to encourage you guys to just never give up from this process, right? There's going to be so many times when you're going to not get it, you're not going to not understand it, you're going to feel like I want to quit from an understanding of an educational point of view. But then you're going to feel like there's no one around you like that gets you and that's support you and stuff like that. It's hard. It's hard because you're trying to really understand it from a technical analysis point of view. Like, what's this market all about? And I get ahead. And then suddenly now you've got the mindset side of things of, you know, letting go of people. And when you realize it, you know, they say it's lonely at the top. It actually is, you know, and it's very, 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 very selective of who you're hanging around with. But the thing is that my visions, and this is the thing for me, my vision of where I want my life to be 5-10 years, and the thing that never made me quit through all the time I've been $250,000 in debt and you know, almost going bankrupt and all that sort of stuff, the thing that always got me through that is that I realized that even if it takes me 10 years to figure this game out, that 10-year plan is better than me quitting right now and going back and working for a normal job. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it may be a grind, it may be struggling, I may fail, and I may blow up some trading accounts. Okay, all right, I get that, right? I get that. But I realized that even if it takes me 10 years to figure this game out, in 10 years time from now, if it does take me that long, let's say if it does take me that long, right? Which it doesn't have to take you that long, but let's just say it does take me that long. In 10 years time frame, my 10-year plan is going to be so much better than these people that are just working a normal job for the next 40 years. Their 40-year plan is, let's work for the next 40 years and retire. What if my 10-year plan was, I'm going to eventually go figure this game out, and when I do, I'm going to start to make 10x what I make right now in a job, and that's when I can start to succeed. And having that vision in my mind, every day and every month and every year, I kept coming back and kept coming back and kept coming back, and getting coaching, getting education, and then it slowly came together from there. So anyway, guys, I hope this really helps you out. Have an amazing day.